Many have pondered why some individuals manage to rise from financial struggle to wealth with surprising speed, while others spend their entire lives working hard and still remain financially stuck. The answer isn't luck, nor is it raw talent. It's something else, something that traditional education, workplaces, and even households fail to teach. Renowned financial educator Robert Kiyosaki uncovered this missing piece, and his insights reveal the real reasons why the poor often stay poor and how financial freedom can actually be achieved faster than most believe. This journey isn't about shortcuts or schemes. It's about seeing the financial game for what it truly is and learning how to master it. For those tired of paycheck to paycheck living, watching their earnings vanish and feeling unfulfilled, this message serves as a much-needed turning point. From birth, society hands each person a script. Attend school, earn good grades, secure a stable job, save diligently, and retire around age 65. This formula, passed down for generations, was designed not to create wealth, but to maintain control. Kiyosaki refers to it as the rat race, and a repetitive cycle of trading time for money, paying bills and taxes, and never getting ahead, no matter the effort. Wages may rise, but so do expenses. Promotions come with higher tax brackets. Savings are slowly eroded by inflation. Meanwhile, those who are financially successful play an entirely different game. They don't sell their time, they make money work for them. However, the general public is never shown this path. People are taught to be participants in the system, not to own the system itself. As long as the system remains unquestioned, it continues to win. A common belief among struggling individuals is that earning more money will solve financial problems. But Kiyosaki discovered that increased income often leads to increased spending. Higher earnings lead to lifestyle inflation, bigger homes, newer vehicles, more expensive habits. Banks extend more credit, leading to more borrowing and greater risk. Individuals appear successful but remain trapped in a higher-priced version of the same struggle, what Kiyosaki describes as a golden cage. The truth is that poor and middle-class individuals are conditioned to be consumers, constantly buying and spending. In contrast, the wealthy are taught to be investors, acquiring assets that generate cash flow and multiply in value. Those stuck thinking they just need a better job are already playing the wrong game. Real financial growth comes not from working harder, but from building systems that earn independently of labor. Kiyosaki makes it clear, the economic system isn't malfunctioning, it's operating exactly as intended. It was designed to benefit a select few while keeping the majority dependent. People aren't taught how money works. They're taught how to obey, how to work under authority, how to fear failure, and how to trade independence for perceived security. The system thrives on ignorance. But once individuals start thinking like the wealthy, they become a threat to that system. Few are ever taught the difference between assets and liabilities. The concept of using debt strategically or reducing taxes through legal means is rarely, if ever, introduced. If individuals were equipped with this knowledge, they wouldn't need to rely on jobs they dislike, loans with high interest rates, or the false promise that more education guarantees more success. Kiyosaki describes traditional education as a financial illusion designed to prepare people for employment, not for wealth building. Year after year, more people fall into the trap of degrees, debt, and disappointment. While it's not their fault, it becomes their responsibility once they recognize the system won't change for them. They must change how they operate within it. Transformation begins with a mental shift. The key difference between those who struggle and those who thrive is mindset. It's not about the size of a paycheck, but the mindset behind it. The poor prioritize income, the wealthy prioritize assets. The poor ask, how much do I earn per hour? The rich ask, how much do my assets earn even while I sleep? It's a change in thinking, from working for money to having money work independently, from chasing job security to creating businesses and investments, from avoiding risk to making strategic decisions. While most avoid risk and remain stagnant, the wealthy take calculated risks and gain freedom. This is financial intelligence, not memorizing formulas, but understanding how money moves and using it to one's advantage. Once this perspective is adopted, everything begins to shift. Individuals stop reacting and start building. They move from survival to creation. So how exactly do the wealthy build wealth so quickly? The answer lies in leveraging not only money, but also time, knowledge, and relationships. Wealthy individuals don't rely on jobs. They rely on assets such as real estate, dividend-generating stocks, profitable businesses, intellectual property, and scalable online systems. They use leverage to accelerate results, employing other people's money for investments, other people's time for growth, and other people's skills for scale. While most people save to spend, the wealthy save to invest. While many fear debt, the wealthy use debt to acquire cash-generating assets. While most work harder for incremental raises, the wealthy focus on creating cash flow that frees up their time and multiplies their net worth. This isn't about gambling or chasing trends. It's about understanding proven wealth principles and executing them with discipline. To begin this journey, wealth doesn't need to be present at the start. What's necessary is action. The first step is financial education. Not from schools, but from books, mentors, and real-world experiences. Reading works like Rich Dad, Poor Dad becomes essential. Next, one must clearly understand the distinction between assets and liabilities, knowing that assets add money to one's pocket while liabilities remove it. Most remain poor because they misunderstand this basic principle. Tracking personal cash flow is vital, understanding exactly where every dollar goes. Building an emergency fund not only provides security, but creates the confidence to take calculated risks. A job should be treated as a tool, not a destination. It provides income to acquire or build assets that will eventually replace the need for the job itself. Starting small is perfectly acceptable. Flipping products, offering services, renting out a room, or investing even a small amount. Each is a step toward ownership and independence. Leveraging time and skill is crucial. Rather than doing everything alone, one should learn to automate, delegate, and collaborate. Surrounding oneself with individuals who talk about investing, growth, and freedom, rather than gossip or distractions, is a powerful step toward lasting change. Becoming wealthy doesn't require winning the lottery or waiting for a miracle. It requires a conscious choice to begin. Perhaps the most profound realization is that poverty is not simply a lack of money, it is a mindset. It's a behavior pattern often inherited and rarely challenged. But the moment a person decides to break that pattern, to think differently and act intentionally, they become a powerful force. They stop chasing overtime hours, stop hoping for promotions, and stop living in fear of bills. Instead, they begin to think like investors. They manage their money with purpose. They take control of their future rather than waiting for it to arrive. This is the reality of how the wealthy operate. And when someone from a disadvantaged position wakes up to these truths, they can often rise faster than anyone expects. Because once the truth is seen, it can't be unseen. And once it's acted upon, life begins to change rapidly. Habits shift, circles evolve, confidence grows. Eventually, others will ask how it was done, and the answer will be clear. It was the day that person stopped playing the game as a pawn and began playing like the owner of the board. That day could be today. The question is simple. Is the decision to stop surviving and start building wealth going to happen now? The first step awaits, and the game changes only when the player does. Thanks for watching InvestingFlix, where smart money learns smarter moves. Subscribe for more insights that grow your wealth.